Alright, here we go. SCC 10 getting judged. Top 12. That's a real hot rod. It's got pedals and gears.
Do it over. That's all the weight.
Crowd come out to watch this. Watching the SCC 10. I'm gonna go up there and get judged. Hey Darin. Hey Darin. How about that? SCC 10. Gary Almas.
And then, I mean, if it's not
All right.
it could work out where it'll probably be where, yeah, she wait till he's back.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'd rather just leave it on one hand, so this is fine. You get him up? Yeah. All right, easy. Good job. So guys, what we've got here is real bona fide total cost involved. Whoever decides we want to take this thing out of the trash and put on it, we should be able to bring. We've got a small block 3 about 600 horsepower, 180 pound torque, no horn injection, custom made front plate to kind of hold it all together, and cherries that were cut on the 5 axis. We're lucky enough to have a buddy who's an maybe a little bit lower, put a really cool scoop that you could see this through, kind of give it like a Matchbox Hot Wheels kind of a look, something like that, something different and cool. Hopefully be the only guys to show up here with this. And luckily for the last 4 or 5 years since I've been dreaming and doing this concept, nobody has shown up with it. You know, they might have a flat piece or something like a ZR1 bed or something, but nobody had done this yet unless they were taking sections and then maybe putting it together in segments. So what we did is we went to an aircraft windshield company in Los Alamitos, California, and they got real excited about the project. I showed them an aluminum scoop that looks just like this. And it would have looked cool if they couldn't have done this. We were going to polish it up, put it on there. Okay, that'd still be pretty cool. But the dream was and has been to get this hood scoop somehow on a vehicle. So they took our hood scoop, said that we're going to need to rough it up a little bit so we can get stuff to stick to it, make a mold. And I really don't know how they did it, except they drape it over the mold that they eventually made, because they don't want to give out their secrets. And they wouldn't even let us watch, see how they did it. I mean, I wanted to see how that process went. Anyway, it's a secret, so, you know, we don't need to know and they need to keep their secrets, but we've got our piece, we've got a spare, and we still got a real cool aluminum hood scoop to use on something else back at the ranch, you know, eventually. So, up front, what we did also with the hood is stock, but instead of having our latch underneath from the factory, which is kind of bulky and ugly and whatever else, we took some race-inspired push-button hood releases on this, hood locks, and they're pretty trick. They look nice, they're clean, they're polished like some of the tidbits throughout the vehicle. What we did up front is we took a stock Chevy grill also, and what we did is we blacked out everything. It was silver in the box, it's a repop part. So we just masked off the silver on the face of it, painted everything else black, kind of maybe like a Camaro-esque look to it, and then it looks like it's a floating grill that way. And a lot of people look at it, they're not sure what's different, but that's what's making it a little bit different, kind of subtle. The headlight bezels, we left the chrome outer trim around the edges, painted it black to match the grill, and we sucked in the bumper, brought it in a lot closer to the body, put a little, like a mouth almost, like a fish mouth opening in the front with a screen in there, and then used some 69 Camaro turn signal lights up in the front that we put in there. So it's also got a Tremec 6-speed. It's got a 12-bolt, it's a Chevy truck 12-bolt, but we beat on them pretty hard with big horsepower, and they seem just as strong as any other Chevy 12-bolt. So what we did is we narrowed it overall 5 inches, got some 12s in the back with some 315 3520s. Up front, we got rid of the rack and pinion, because with TCI's front piece here, it gets rid of the steering gear, and we're able to get an 11-inch wheel in the front, a 19 by 11. So we got big tires all the way around, so we get plenty of grip, should it ever need to go to the track. The steering column is a CPP unit. Underneath the hood for steering, it's Borgeson pieces there. And as far as the interior goes, we put 69 Camaro gauges in a 71.2 gauge bezel. So we're kind of carrying the Camaro theme throughout, because somebody did that last year and we thought he was lacking something on the gauges. And I thought for sure somebody would do that by now, and it's been kind of something I've been wanting to do for a while. So we put 69 gauges in there. Dakota Digital stuff is fitted in there. We put the 69 Camaro center console gauges in our center console. And then, of course, if you should have a fire or something happen, we got a cool extinguisher up there. So in the back, we've got a 2-piece adjustable rear wing on this, made out of aluminum. We polished it. Every bit of it was made in-house. We got little brass polished spacers in there, mil-spec 12-point fasteners. All the screws are aircraft Torx, not your Torx like you see on the new cars from the dealerships. It looks almost like a Phillips, but they're not really. You can't get a Phillips in them. So the whole vehicle through and through is either mil-spec, some ARP stuff, lots of 12-point, and at the very least, you know, it's some kind of a stainless polished, a nice looking fastener pretty much everywhere you look. So some of the other things we did too, like on the side here, every year we make our own emblems. So we have a buddy, again, the same aerospace guy. He says every year he won't take any money from us, you know, we try. And we send him designs for certain things, and he makes those, and we just have to be patient when they get a break in between runs. You know, he says, I'll get them to you, just be patient, you'll get your stuff, Darin, but, you know, we want to help you out. And it helps us to really look like a bigger fish than we are, I suppose. You know, we're definitely punching above our weight with some of the stuff that we have friends helping us out with. We go to some of the big, you know, Baja 1000 type builder guys. We've got buddies. We use some of their equipment because we are a small shop. We've got some things that we need, and there's some equipment we can't afford and just don't have. And luckily, we're able to call in favors in Huntington Beach. There's a lot of guys around town that do what we do. I think that we're well liked, so they don't mind helping us. Actually, they seem to want to help us a lot of times. And so everybody back home in Huntington Beach and all the local surrounding areas, you know, thank you so much for helping us, especially you, Joe, at Talsco, for these really cool parts that we put on here, these badass Venturis and stuff. So, and then Jegs. Jegs helps us out quite a bit. And we're the first guy sponsored by Jegs for Sema the last few years. And it also comes with a great perk of being able to go to the races. So, yeah, we think we put out a pretty hot little truck, and we don't have any wipers or anything. If you look at the cowl cover, you know, it's completely smoothed out. This is a race truck, as much a show truck as a race truck, so there's no need really for those grates in there and the wipers or anything else, we figured. And then I'll open the hood and I'll show you some of the cool stuff we got going on under here. Oh, thank you for pointing that out. I hadn't seen it back there. Well, when you get a steel bed in a pickup truck, it's hard to keep it interesting if you start at the front and walk towards the back. So we always put something in the back that looks cool, that does something. So being an autocross truck, and they're, you know, really getting flogged hard, especially the differential, we put a differential cooler back there. It's a CBR performance. It was made per our specs and sizes we wanted. And we put a cool little aluminum housing, which we polished, housed it in there. It's got 3-pole fans in the back from Spall. And when people look at it, they think maybe it's an oil cooler, a trans cooler, or a diff, whatever. So it is functional, and we've got a switch inside. We got 2 old school aircraft style switches, one for master power. We got one for the differential cooler. I've got some old NOS Stuart Warner little glass faceted lights in there that I paid a bunch of money just to get them. Because I didn't want some old crusty units or the cheap plastic looking stuff. If I turned them on, I wanted to scream that, hey man, this is old, cool quality. And then we got wheel whip brakes all the way around, you know, 6 piston up front, 4 in the rear. Old valve covers off the Corvette. Those are NOS stuff that we bought there, and then we cleaned them up, you know, fixed them up, painted them, polished them. Our velocity stacks, being that it's a TCI race setup here, it pushes the engine back more closer to the firewall. So we couldn't come up with our velocity stack straight through the hood like we've done on everything else. So we, to get around that, decided to go with a slightly forward angle on that, make a cool topper to put on it. You still got your really cool hood scoop to see it all through, so it works, and it still looks good. And then we've got some really cool headers from Ultimate Headers. The flanges on the headers look like motorcycle flanges. So they're really cool. People see them and they think maybe we built them, but we didn't. But it's a great idea what they do with those flanges. They're really, really slick. And then we polish the heck out of everything. All of this inner structure here, you know, you got to cover up the radiator support and all this stuff because it's not very attractive. So we went with a cool piece. Will back home, our fabricator, is an awesome fabricator. Made this out of aluminum. Made our own wheel tubs out of aluminum too. We got plenty of room to get down low. Lots of turning clearance for those big old wheels and tires that we got in there. So besides looking good, it's functional. And we went ahead and painted over it anyway because we don't feel like we have to show off that it's aluminum somehow. You know, people can think it's steel or fiberglass or whatever else they like, but it is all lightweight stuff. You know, we really are meant to go racing.
Goes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Well done.
Thanks. I thought I was going to sit around babbling for a few minutes. Thank you, dude. Thank you, guys. Thanks, fellas. Honored to be on the stage with all you guys, man. Really, dude. Thanks, bro. Mention that stuff up there.
How about that?
Without him, you mean?
blame Tanner Fowle. A bunch of Volkswagen gents.
How about that, huh?
Well,
Darin told a good tale. He's told it. Darin did well, bro. Yeah, huh? Awesome. Awesome, bro. How about that? DanoLive. Battle of the Builders. Top 12. SCC 10. It's been judged. Robert Wong. Darin, Brian.
this is Rowdy. I think we maybe name her name Rowdy. This is Rowdy. It's gonna be. She sounds nasty. She is.
DanoLive. DWS
That
Classics.
motor is back the way it is, man.
Surf City Classics. Sema Show 2019 on DanoVision. DanoLive.